Symbolism, meanings beyond the obvious. There are symbols all around us. We get so used to seeing them that we don't realize we are interpreting them in two different ways, as the objects they are and also as what they represent. An author uses our knowledge or symbols to help us understand things about the story without having to state them directly. Wolves are common symbols in fairy tales. Can you guess what they symbolize? Here's your hint. If a wolf stops you in the woods and inquires about the health of your grandmother or asks you to enter a straw house, just say no, kids, and run away. Here is your official definition. You may want to write this down. Let's take the ugly duckling as an example. This is not just a story about a misunderstood, bullied waterfowl who feels bad about himself. Instead, the author is using the duckling as a symbol for anyone who's ever felt less than someone else. Less smart, less beautiful, etc. Spoiler alert, we all, and the duckling, turn out to be beautiful just for being ourselves. You gotta love those happy endings. Symbols can be objects too. In literature, you may notice that an object is repeated often in a book or sometimes even mentioned in the title. This may be because the author wants you to understand that the object has a deeper meaning. One of our students at SEP, Jenna, recently wrote an email to Jordan Sanablick, the author of Drums, Girls, and Dangerous Pie, asking him what the title symbolized. He responded, "For me, it was about both the chaos that Jeffrey brings to Stephen's life and the chaos of the situation after Jeffrey gets cancer." He also stated that she and our class could decide for ourselves what it symbolized for us. This is because symbols are subjective. You need to infer their meaning. Remember, this means that you need to use textual evidence and your own personal experiences. You may see an object, such as a ring, as a symbol of love and commitment, while another person may see that ring as a symbol of control or imprisonment. Let's use the American flag as an example. To Americans, this is a symbol of freedom and patriotism and belonging. However, to some people in other countries, such as Iran, that same flag may symbolize evil. It depends on the personal experiences of the person who is interpreting the symbol. Symbols in literature are a bit different than symbols we read, however. In real life, you may interpret the symbol by using your own experiences. In literature, you need to know the character's experiences to interpret how he or she understands the symbol. Let's think about the locket in the novel, Wait Till Helen Comes. This is an object that means something very different to Helen than it does to Molly. To one, it represents the friendship and belonging, and to the other, it represents danger and control. What do you think the locket represents at the end of the novel? Color is used as a symbol quite often. There are some traditional color symbols, but authors don't always stay with the traditional. So as readers, we must interpret the color symbols by using textual evidence each time the color is repeated. In The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, the color white, not the color black, is used to symbolize evil, as a white witch condemns all of Narnia to eternal winter. If a writer has a theme in mind for his or her story but doesn't want to state it directly, he or she might use a symbol or symbols to guide you toward what he or she sees as the theme. We know that tone is the author's attitude towards the text. An author might use a recurring symbol to create a feeling in the characters or the reader. In the book, The Hound of the Baskervilles, by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, the fog rolling across the moor comes to symbolize hidden dangers. Snakes are a common symbols of evil or going all the way back to the early Bible stories. J.K. Rowling knew exactly what she was doing when she gave the symbol of the snake to the House of Slytherin. Also, for you Harry Potter buffs, did you ever consider why Ron's companion was a rat? In your own writing, you can use what you've learned here about symbols to add tone. Now, go write some symbols into your narrative and see if your readers are clever enough to interpret them.